What's up, guys? This is Joe Vieira with jvrecordings.com. I'm also in a heavy rock band out of Santa Maria, California called Fist of Fear. Anyways, I just want to give you guys a grand tour of my studio because I haven't done this in a while because I upgraded a little bit and I wanted to answer some questions that people have been asking me about what DAW I'm using, what recording software I'm using, and how am I getting my guitar sounds. Well, I'm going to explain all that. So that way it'll answer your questions and it'll help you out, guiding you what plugins to use, because the people that I've been talking to are recording engineers and they're guitar players and they want to get a killer guitar sound. So I'll show you what I've been using to get that guitar sound that you hear all the time on my Facebook live sessions, YouTube, everything. So let's begin. So anyways, here's my guitars. I got a Laguna. I have a Schecter Hellraiser hybrid. This is what I use in the band. This is what I play the most in the videos. Then I have my bass made by Ibanez. It's a cheap bass, $300 bass, but it does the job. And then over here, I got my tower, 16 gigabytes. I got two internal hard drives, solid state. So there's zero latency. It's a beast. And then I got two of the WD Easy Store external hard drives for all my songs and loops and all that. I use a 26-inch monitor, and I also use a 36-inch monitor. This thing's huge. And then for my bass sound, I use a DI box because I don't really want to use amps. I don't need to. Even though I have a Behringer amp up here, it's a head. Sometimes I'll plug into that and go into my DAW. And then I sometimes use my effects rack for vocals. But for the most part, I use plugins, and I'll explain that later. This is my fader port. This eliminates using the mouse. I hate using the mouse. It's a pain in the ass. So I bought one of these by Presonus, which I use a lot of Presonus products. Here is my old audio box made by Presonus, two preamps in it. It's not a bad unit, it's good for me, for myself, because, face it, it's only me in here, so I don't need no 8-channel or 16-channel USB interface. It's just myself. It gets the job done. And then I have this for some guitar sounds. So I have a variety of different guitar sounds that I can choose from, but I use one mainly, and I'll explain that. This is Line 6 Amplify TT, which plugs into your tablet, which is really, really cool. You can tweak everything right off your tablet. It's pretty badass. And this is my monitor station by Behringer. This was cheap, about $200. Thing is unbelievable. It's got all the hookups in the back that you need, all for different whatever you need it for. It's got everything. It's got studio out, the phones. You can actually click on here to talk to somebody in your session, like in another room. Now this home studio that I have, I do not have a vocal room, and I do not have a drum room, and I don't really need it because I have full line of production tools to make any beat, any drum sounds, anything. I got all different softwares for drums, all different softwares for keyboards and everything. So also, if you need any work done, I can do drum production, vocal production, a full album. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a drum room, so I can't record real drums, but I have drum softwares that can eliminate that, and I can just use samples or make beats, whatever beats you want, and they're professional, so they're really killer. If you're a solo artist, feel free to hit me up. I got cheap rates. If you have just your guitar and vocals, I can record vocals and your guitar if you have an acoustic or whatever, or if you're a guitar player and you want a full album done, I can fully do it here. You don't need a drum room. You don't need a real drummer. You don't need anyone. Just yourself. Basically, that's how I did it, and that's how I started. And you can go to guitarvoyage.net and check out my solo album. That is all done at my home studio at JV Recordings. Now you can go to jbrecordings.com, and then once you go there, you'll see this. You'll see my main page. So feel free to hit me up, and then when you go there, if you want to contact me for anything, just go to the contact section, and then right here it says contact JB Recordings. You put your name, your email, message, and I'll get back to you. So anyways, let's begin on showing you what software I'm using. So right now I'm using Studio One 3 Pro. I have 4 different DAWs that I'm using: Cakewalk, Pro Tools, Mixcraft, and Studio One 3 Pro. I also have Mixcraft Pro 8. So those 2 are the main DAWs that I use. I do not like Pro Tools anymore. It's just, I don't know, it's just a learning curve, and it's just hard to use. Studio One 3 makes it really easy to use. I mean, it's easy. It's a piece of cake. I mean, I watched some videos and watched some seminars and stuff like that of engineers using this, and they show you tips and stuff like that. I learned a lot, but again, go to Presonus.com, and you can get the studio version. Well, no, I'm sorry, the artist version, which is Artist, Studio One Artist. That version is free. And basically, you can get your feet wet with it. Kind of record some stuff and see what you think. And they give you a couple plugins and stuff like that, some free things, but it's not going to be like what I have here. I mean, I got a list of plugins that I bought. The list goes on. I got a lot of stuff. I use as far as drum software, because again, I don't have a drum room and I don't have a drummer. So I use Addictive Drums, or I use that drum software from Toontrack. So I also have Superior Drummer. So those are the drum softwares I use. I use mainly Addictive Drums because their drums sound pretty realistic. They're badass. They actually put real drummers in at a recording studio in a drum room and recorded their drums, or recorded them on different kits, different kit pieces. So you can go there and you can buy certain snares that you want, toms, whatever kit piece you want, you can buy it. So that's why I like it too. It's pretty cool. You can also get some ad packs for beats and stuff like that are already pre-done. But that's the drum software I use. Let's go over to EasyMix. I'm going to load this up right now. This is where I get my guitar sound. This right here is totally cool. Let me bring the other one up. Okay, here we go. This is my lead guitar. All the solos you hear on Facebook Live, this is what I use. EasyMix 2 by Toontrack. It's by Toontrack. And I'm using a metal ad pack right here. Like I say, you can buy these ad packs, and right now it's Metal Gods. That's what I'm using right now, Metal Guitar Gods. That's pretty cool. Now, let me explain how this works. There's no tweaking at all on with this plugin. There's none. That's what I like about it. All these other plugins that I see and I tried and I have, I own some of them. They're just totally, screwed up trying to do all the editing and tweaking and all this crap, and it just sucks. So I went with these guys, and you click on one of these, and it basically loads it up, and you can see it'll change on the right. See, some of the gear disappeared. So basically, this is your gear that you're using, all your effects, rackable stuff. There's your pedals, there's your cabinet, and every time you click on one of these, it'll change. But you have 2 features down here. These are, I call them tweak knobs. These are the only 2 knobs you use to tweak. Okay, if you have delays on there, you're going to have your delay time and your delay level. And you also have, like when you're on your gain, like you find some amps that have crunch and all that, you can control the crunch, the EQ and all that stuff, compression. So those are the only things that you can tweak. But for the most part, every time you click on one of these out of this category, your preset pack, it shows your instrument, type, and genre, and effects, how many effects you're using. See on the right there? Right there shows you how many effects you're using. You click on each one of those. It basically, they're all different chains, and they're all presets. So there's no tweaking involved. And what they did was they took all these different guitar players and they basically copied their guitar sound. It's basically their sound, their effect chain, their whatever, their amps, all that stuff. So that's what I'm using. So that right there should explain everything to everyone, how I'm getting that guitar sound. I don't use the other plugins that I bought in the past. I used to use those plugins a lot, but ever since I went to these guys and ever since I tried this out, I was hooked. It's just a no-brainer, and it's easy to use. So there you have it. And this is my setup. See, it says up there, my practice setup. This is the setup that I use when I do my Facebook Live videos. This is the setup I use. This music channel right here, channel 1, that's my YouTube stuff. I just, stream it, and it shows up right up there. The sound goes into my DAW, and it shows up on the graph, and it goes into channel 1. That's why I have music on there, music and music 2. Then I got my lead guitar 2, and my crunch. So there you have it. And then all these are different plugins that PreSonus offers. These are all, most of these come with PreSonus 3 Pro. Studio One 3 Pro. PreSonus is the one, those are the guys that make it. But anyways, there you have it. And I hope this helps. And if you want to hear some samples of my work, you can always go to guitarvoyage.com, and it'll bring you to my homepage. And then if you want to contact me, just hit the contact section right there, and then go down here and then fill out the form if you want to get a hold of me for any work that you need to have done. I hope this helps, guys, and I know this video is kind of sketchy. It's, I'm not really, I don't like making videos like this. It's kind of a hassle, but I just wanted to answer everybody's questions and, kind of show everybody what gear I'm using. And I hope this helps you guys out. All right. Take it easy. Have a good night. Peace to everyone. Bye.